She music, baby.
Hey, bless the mic.
The role models.
Give it to me nice and slow. Give it to me on the floor. Give it to me, make me go. Ooh, oh, ooh,
Hey,
oh.
shorty hot to death. I got money, TGIF. Feed this honey in that purple dress. Spaghetti strap, 6-inch heel. Baby got that.
My life be like, ooh, yeah, ooh. My life be like, ooh, yeah, ooh. Yeah, ooh. My life be like.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Maurice, also known as the philosopher with the role models, and just coming to you pretty much to make this short video. Going to have some little fun with this video. Also going to talk about some issues and just some things I wanted to put in front of the forefront where everybody can see. If you haven't seen me on social media, pardon me, that's the phone. If you haven't seen me on social media, you will be noticing that I will be doing a lot more videos. I will be pretty much being around doing more because now it's time to manifest what I have to the world. I feel that we definitely operate on the rule of Zig Ziglar, help enough people in the world get what they want and you'll get everything in the world that you want. So now when this becomes transient, once this becomes manifested, when one has labored in the field, now it's time to, reap what they sow. The harvest will come, but you won't have to do the labors before you get the harvest, right? So, yeah, definitely just a little background on myself. Yes, indeed, I am with Wealth Generators. Came from Wake Up Now. I think I'll just go back to the rear view. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. And definitely, I'm the only child. I graduated from high school. I grew up there. And even though I'm from Vegas, I never really got into the Vegas life, dealing with gambling, any drugs, smoking, alcohol, things of this nature. I haven't gotten to that because my parents, I had some Southern parents. So if anybody knows about Southern parents, they're yes sir, no sir. They're pretty strict, to say the least. But anyway, I graduated from high school, typical life. I had a chance to have a basketball scholarship. I played very good at basketball, so I had a scholarship to go to a junior college. I wanted to go to a D1 college, so I ended up going to the Army. I wanted to go play for West Point Military College. That's where I wanted to go, but it didn't pan out that way. I ended up going to Fort Benning, Georgia. This is around 98, 99, Desert Storm time. They wanted me to go over to Desert Storm to relieve troops there for 2 years, but I'm the only child, so I couldn't go. So I had a choice. I can either A, come back to Las Vegas, or stay at Fort Benning, Georgia, the duty station. So since basketball wasn't in the equation anymore, I decided to, why not just come back home? So I came back home, worked a job, typical life, ended up getting in a bad situation, wrong place at the wrong time. I ended up going to jail and being convicted of a crime I didn't commit. I ended up doing 2 years, 8 months, and 10 days in a high desert state prison in Indian Springs in Nevada. Something that definitely wasn't in my future. Never saw it before when I was earlier coming up. Never was in trouble with the law. It was like a fluke situation. Okay, and the providence of that I'll get to in just a moment. But anyway, I ended up signing a plea bargain. That's the reason why I went to prison. There was no victim, no witness, nothing of this. I didn't even do the crime, but I didn't have the money. I didn't have the ready cash available to bail out. My mom and dad, they were, working class people. They didn't have a house to put up, for collateral, things of this nature. So I had to stick it out in there. And it ended up landing me to where I had to do that time. So when I got out of prison, I'm an ex-convict now. I always would get a job. Here's the dilemma, okay? I would get a job, but I would always get let go of the job. I had the skills, but the background is what always kept me back. And I did that for about a good 5-6 years. So I'm here firsthand to tell you, network marketing saved my life, okay? Because with the society looking at an ex-felon as if we don't have the skills and things of this nature to be able to succeed, if I had stayed with that dogma, with that stigma, that mentality, I would have stayed in that same place where I was. I wouldn't have been able to have a different context to change my content. I would have had the same results as I've been doing. So I had blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, construction to call centers, sales, telemarketing, clerical work. I've done it all. Okay, in Vegas. But the hotel, casinos, room reservations, I've done all kind of jobs. But the thing was, I never could get ahead because I always got let go because of my background. Okay, so in other words, corporate America, working in a socialistic economy, it was mainly pursuant to where they exploited my past, mainly because of what I did, because of my jacket, because of my bad background. Whether I did the crime or not, didn't matter. So I couldn't really get ahead. Whereas network marketing is not the same. We all know network marketing is a beautiful industry, gives advantages that many people can't have, especially the normal working person. So one of the advantages I had with network marketing, there was no glass ceilings. It was a freedom. I had the advantages of where instead of looking at my past, the industry exploiting what I've done bad, they looked at that as that's not a weakness here in this industry, in network marketing. It was actually a strength that they used and catapulted me, because when you share this story with others, they might be going through the same thing, or they might know somebody. And if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? Ex-felon, doesn't matter. Military vet and things didn't pan out with the military, doesn't matter. Working jobs and couldn't get ahead for over 10 to 12 years, doesn't matter. Okay? None of these things matter. What matters is, as Jim Rohn would say, if you want to change your situation, you must change. As simple as that. So I came to Arizona 2 years ago. Fast forward to this time, about 3 years now actually, and I actually found Wake Up Now. I found it, me and my first lady, the role models, we found Wake Up Now. And it was funny because at the time we found Wake Up Now, I didn't even know I was going to. It was an opportunity meeting. I never heard of the industry, never knew anything about it. And when I got to see what they were pretty much proposing, it was 2 or 3 different deals that they had. If you don't want to do this, Wake Up Now, you can do this. If you don't want to do this, you can do this. So it was like I was really turned off by it. Not Wake Up Now, but just in a whole, because it was represented to me wrong. And that is number one, I think. The representation is the biggest thing. So when I got represented, I went and did my due diligence. I did my homework, because when I did join, the actual the gentleman that shared it with me, he actually quit. So really, I came into an industry without having an upline. Okay, that takes care of that old myth that you need an upline to do this business for you. No, you need to be the person that is responsible for your own business. You need to manifest and bring it to fruition the fruits that you bear and the labors and things that you learn, the self-development, everything that you go through, your history, your past, your all of these things that's inside of you, the greatness that you can bring out, because it's there. You need to bring it into fruition. Okay, someone else can only guide you. They can show you the door. You have to go through it when opportunity knocks. All right, so therefore, when I did my due diligence, I studied the pioneers of the industry, the Earl Nightingales, the Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie, T. Harv Eker, Les Brown, Eric Worre, all the interviews he did with all the millionaires on Network Marketing Pro. I studied them all. I studied hundreds and hundreds of bios, and I come to find that success definitely leaves clues. If you study, you'll find out more than you beckon for, more than you bargain for. And as Benjamin Franklin always says, a man, if he empties his purse, his wealth, into his mind, they can never take it away from you. And one's investment in knowledge in one's mind always pays the best interest. Okay? So with that being said, that's my story. I shared it with you all so everybody can be more comfortable with who I am. I definitely am a network marketing professional. When it landed me to get networks and get in communication with different people. That's why I've come to meet some beautiful people in this industry. The Robin Mansell's, the Gerald Wilhites, these individuals I look at as coaches, mentors that really help me. Even though I'm a leader, we all can use other leaders. That's why hence I started the Role Models organization. It's because we all need a role model. I didn't know about this coming up. I didn't know it was another way. I thought it was just working, going to school, paying bills, get out of debt, try to retire or attempt to retire. I thought it was what Robert and Kim Kiyosaki talks about, right? But it is another way, as Eric Worre says. It's a better way. And from what I've come to understand, my personal experience, my sharing my testimony with you all, it is a better way. And I do hope that all of you will take advantage of it. If you're not in network marketing, or if you are in network marketing, to be more professional about network marketing and study. Be a studious, copious, devout person that studies the industry. You know, all these greats and the pioneers of the industry, and you'll learn exactly that it is something that can change your life. But as what happened to me, I leave you with this: you have to grow yourself before you grow your wealth. Okay, you cannot think that you can grow your. In other words, as Earl Nightingale says, your direct proportion of what your service is what your reward is. You can't give a lot of service and not get a lot of reward. It doesn't equal out that way. Just as the pendulum swings, it goes back and forth. If you give a lot of service, you get a lot of reward. Okay, same thing with so far as this industry. Okay, it is in direct proportion of whatever you give, that's what you get out of it. All right. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you listening to my story. I hope that somebody got some value out of it, and I look to see you at the top. Always stay obsessed with success, and stay too blessed to be stressed. One love.